Honorable Education Minister says 36 schools do not have teachers. 36 schools. And can you believe, sir? Out of these 36 schools, 16 schools are in the South Garo Hills, sir. South Garo Hills. That's why the dropout rate in South Garo Hills is so high. Yes. Sir, drawing salary, Honorable Minister, please do not laugh. This is not the time to mock. This is not the time to mock. I'm talking very serious matters. Please take note of whatever I'm saying and reply to them. I wanted to improve the education in the state on 3 pillars. The first pillar is the quality teachers. Second is the trained teachers. And the third pillar is a proper infrastructure. Now, Honorable Chairman, I'd like to give you a picture of the condition of education in the state. So the annual school dropout rate in the state, I will go district-wise, only on those which are worse. So Southwest Garo Hills tops the list with 44.86, both boys and girls. Then comes the South Garo Hills with 37.14. Then we have the North Garo Hills with 34.09. And then we have the Southwest Khasi Hills with 30.86. So this dropout rate is so alarming. Now there are many factors that can be attributed to the status of the dropouts. Why are we having so many school dropouts? I will give you another example of the schools which do not have teachers. Now there are teachers, the schools that do not have teachers which are lying vacant, sir. So in the government level, at the LP, at the UP, at the secondary, at the higher secondary, there are 920 teachers that are lying vacant, sir. At the deficit level, sir, at the LP, UP, secondary level, 246. And at the SSA level, that is the LP and the UP, it is 171. There is 1,337, sir. So now, when we talk of infrastructures, so the school buildings all over the state need repairs and new constructions. We understand that the state government had declared that there will be 1,000 schools that will be repaired. Now whether 1,000 schools are already under repair or not, we are not aware, sir. And from what we understand, from the replies of the Honorable Minister and the House, that none of the schools have started repairs. Meaning, the 1,000 school declaration for repairs is just an announcement only. No money has been earmarked to repair the schools. Furthermore, sir, the diet centers that we have all around the state, sir, are filled with students who want to take up DLED classes. Now the seats are very limited. I would implore upon the government that more diet centers be set up so that there are more people who would like to take the teaching profession, and considering the fact that MTET exam requires a candidate who is a DLED degree holder, And therefore, sir, I request that the government should open more seats to be made available for our youths to take up DLED classes in the diet centers. So I'd like to just remind the Honourable Minister that on the 7th of December 2021, I had written a DO letter wherein I had already indicated that there are schools in the Mawsynram constituency which requires immediate repairs. I have a copy of that letter here, sir. And along with the letter, I had also given pictures of the schools which are in dilapidated condition. Sir, these schools do not have roofs. These schools in my area do not have furniture, do not have benches. These schools are like cowsheds, sir. When it rains, the teacher has to abandon the classes and they have to open their umbrellas inside the classroom. Are we looking at this kind of a situation in this 21st century? Are we giving this kind of education to the children in the rural areas? What does the new education policy say? The new education policy has to be followed in letter and spirit. It is sad to see the condition of our schools. Yet, we hear the Chief Minister announcing rupees 2,000 crores for the education sector. Where is the 2,000 crores? So there are no water supplies. There is no toilets in most of the school buildings in the rural areas, sir. In the absence of water supply, I'm shocked to tell you today that the midday meal workers, they have to carry water from the streams and the ponds to cook for our students in the rural areas. I thought under the JJM, it is mandated that all schools and Anganwadi buildings should be provided with water and toilets. I want the government to look into this matter very seriously and investigate as to why schools do not have water supplies. I know the minister will answer that there are water supplies. I would like to take him to my area and show it personally. Please do not deny the fact when we bring things on the floor of the house. This kind of prevailing conditions, how can the children come to school? That is why we have dropouts. How can the teachers go to the classroom? Most of the teachers are staying in Shillong. I'll give you another example. I'm a member of the Public Accounts Committee. We received a complaint from the Garo Students' Union stating that the condition of construction of the Rongjeng Community College is pathetic. The chairman of the PAC fixed an inspection tour of the Rongjeng College. We all went. Believe it or not, Mr. Chairman, sir, the work was so shoddy that over just one push of my finger, the tiles of the bathroom fell off. That kind of condition the construction was. What kind of example are we giving to the youths, to the students? It was the students who showed us, sir, please come and see this wall. Just push with your finger and you'll see what will happen. I did push, and the tiles started tumbling one after another. The chairman is here of the PAC. He is a witness to it, sir. So, sir, this newspaper, which carries the picture of the Honorable Minister, he admits that it is a poor school infrastructure. Because of the poor school infrastructure, there is the state's low ranking. So if the minister admits, what is the government doing? Sir, the Pine Mount School. Pine Mount School in Shillong is one of the premier institutions of the state, sir. It has produced so many hundreds and hundreds of students throughout the years throughout. Suddenly we see the teachers and the students are in the streets with placards. When we find out the reason, they say we do not have toilets. We do not have proper bathrooms. We do not have proper education facilities. Now, who's responsible for that now? How can we allow this to happen, sir? If such premier institutions are subjected to this kind of treatment by the government, then we do not know what is going to happen. Mismanagement of the Pine Mount School by the principal. Why isn't inquiry being instituted immediately, and the principal should be removed for the time being, so that there is an independent and free and fair inquiry conducted? Then we talk of Eklavya. 3 years back, we heard the Honorable Chief Minister and the government saying we have brought about 25 to 26 schools. Where are the schools? Where are the schools? All the BDOs have been asked to locate land everywhere. 15 acres of land have been located. We don't see one school coming up anywhere in the East Khas Hills. At least in my area also, one land has been located. 15 acres, the villagers have given free of cost. Now they're asking me, sir, what do we do with this land? Are you taking it? Because we need the land. Now how long will the people give the land? So therefore, sir, these are issues which are realities. I want the government to answer to the people of the state. If they don't want to answer to me, answer to the people. You have gone and declared that we're going to bring Eklavya schools. Where are the schools? What is the status of the residential schools? The previous government had brought up residential schools everywhere. All the schools, all those half-constructed buildings are lying just like that. We did hear in the budget speech of the Honorable Chief Minister that residential schools that were left by the previous government will be taken up and we'll try to complete the residential schools. But till now, nothing. Sir, absence of teachers from schools is a major concern. Teachers do not go, sir. Do not go regularly, particularly in the rural areas, sir. An instance of one LP school, an instance of a government LP school, sir, in Garo Hills, which came out in the Shillong Times. The school's name, a government LP school at Jalwa Gray, Songgatal, which is 20 kilometers from Songsak. Can you imagine, for 3 years, this teacher never went to the school. For 3 years, sir. This teacher never went to the school. It came out in the Shillong Times. I'm not just saying out of that. Is this the state of affairs we're looking at? We are in the 21st century, and if a teacher is not going to school for 3 years, what is the fate of the children in that school? What action has the government taken on this teacher? If I ask, they'll say inquiry being conducted. Why inquiry? Suspend him, terminate him immediately. He should be terminated. For 3 years, if he has drawing salary, Honorable Minister, please do not laugh. This is not the time to mock. This is not the time to mock. I'm talking very serious matters. Please take note of whatever I'm saying and reply to them. This is not the way that you behave in the house by mocking and laughing when I'm talking something very serious. And when 3 years you don't have a teacher going to the school, what will happen to the fate of those children? All those children must have gone home. All those children must have gone attending to the cows, grazing the cows. And that is why we have dropouts. So the amazing thing is, the parents of that village and the villagers, they all went to complain to the district education officer. No action taken. No action taken. They went and complained to the deputy commissioner. Action is awaited. That is what I got the report. Even to the deputy commissioner, when they have gone, they say, action awaited. So yesterday during the question hour, the Honorable Education Minister says, 36 schools do not have teachers. 36 schools. And can you believe, sir? Out of these 36 schools, 16 schools are in the South Garo Hills, sir. South Garo Hills. That's why the dropout rate in South Garo Hills is so high. So, all I can say is that the education sector is in a mess. A total mess. I want the government to come out with a blueprint. I want the government to tell the people of the state how they want to administer and bring order in this department so that the teachers get encouraged. Teachers do not get their salaries. They have to come to the streets. Deficit teachers do not get their pension benefits. There are so many things which I do not want to bring that because I've already brought that matter earlier. So therefore, all these compound to the problems faced by the teachers and by the students. And therefore, sir, before I resume my seat, I want the government should seriously ponder into this matter and put things in order and provide a sound educational system in the state. Thank you.